Now, one thing is clear with all of this taking place, be it through the various scams that are happening in our country, be it through the various canals that are happening in our country, be it through the payments that are made for cancellations for the deals done by the governments and the former governments. Public money, public funds are being wasted. While the politicians are trying to confuse the people with a lot of unnecessary information, the people, the general public of our country are suffering at the moment. Over 200,000 people are suffering from the extreme weather in terms of drought, and the farmers in our country are unable to take their yields, to carry out their harvesting activities with the lack of water. This is the situation of the general public in our country, while the politicians are doing what they are doing, confusing the general public.
The ongoing drought in the Pulastipura area in Polonnaruwa has left farmers helpless. Residents of this area who have not received rainfall for many months have to walk several kilometers in search of drinking water. Agricultural activities too have been affected due to the shortage of water. Those residing in the Vellamkaduwa, Galkadidamana and Bedumala areas have also been affected due to this situation, which has caused the destruction of around 150 acres of paddy fields. The public is raising questions over the failure of officials to draw attention towards these problems.
වතුර ටිකක් ලබා දෙන්න කියලා තමයි අපිට ඉල්ලන්න තියෙන්නේ. මේ කන්නවත් බේර ගන්න හැම කන්නෙම ණය වෙලා දැන් ණය වෙන්න විදියකුත් නැහැ. අපේ දරුවන්ට කන්න දෙන්න යාළ ඉස්කෝලේ අරින්න තියෙන්නේ මේ ගොවිතැන විතරයි. හැම කන්නෙම අපේ ගොයම් පූජනකොට මැරෙනවා. දැන් හොඳටම අසරණ වෙලා ඉන්නේ. අපිව බලන්න එන්නේ ඡන්දේ කාලෙට විතරයි. කැඳවත් බොන්න අපට නැහැ.
Meanwhile, fires were reported in the catchment areas of the central region over the last few days. The Disaster Management Centre says that nearly 230,000 people have been affected due to the drought. Assistant Director of the Disaster Management Centre, Janaka Handunpathiraja, said that around 215,000 people have been affected in the Kaluthuru district alone. Meanwhile, the National Water Supply and Drainage Board says that a situation has arisen where water cannot be supplied continuously to certain areas due to the prevailing dry weather. Issuing a statement, the National Water Supply and Drainage Board said that water bodies through which drinking water is obtained are drying up due to the drought. The public too has been requested to use water sparingly due to the prevailing dry weather. Meanwhile, water levels in water bodies located near hydropower stations too have been dropping. Water levels in the Kasarri Reservoir have dropped to 49.9%, while water levels in the Mausakale Reservoir have dwindled to 58.1%. In addition, water levels in the Kotmale and Victoria reservoirs have reduced up to 48.9% and 77.1% respectively. The Ceylon Electricity Board says that the current energy mix of the country comprises 20% of hydropower and 80% of other power sources. The Ceylon Electricity Board too has requested the public to use electricity sparingly. Meanwhile, the Department of Meteorology has predicted that adequate rainfall could be received during the intermonsoonal season. While the drought is posing problems to the farmers, a pest destroying their crops has aggravated their problems. Agricultural activities take place on land spanning around 10,400 acres, which receive water from the Hurulavawa in the Galimpindunuvawa area. The farmers who were affected in the past due to the shortage of fertilizer and the threat posed by wild elephants began their cultivation this year with 1 million hopes. However, they are now facing a problem caused by a pest which is damaging their crops. Farmers say that around 2,000 acres of paddy fields in several areas including Gatalava and Dutuvawa have been affected by this pest.
එක්කෙනෙකුට සාමාන්‍යයෙන් එක තෙල් මුරයකට රුපියල් 8,000ක් විතර අක්කරකට වියදම් වෙනවා. දැන් සෑහෙන අමාරු තත්යකට ඇටලා තියෙන්නේ. දවසේ කුලිය ගත්ත රුපියල්.
The daily wage we receive is 1,500 rupees. However, we do not receive a proper income when compared to our expenses. We cannot celebrate the Sinhala Tamil New Year as we have mortgaged our jewelry. Under the fertilizer concession program, diseases like brown spots are not covered. Before this becomes a serious issue, politicians in local authorities should pay attention to this problem and set up a mechanism to compensate farmers.
While the pest has spread across several paddy fields in Mahiangane, Strategies adopted by farmers to overcome this issue has not borne the desired results.
The advisors came and told us to cut our crops. What is the purpose of doing this? The government is instructing us to avoid using poisonous chemicals. Now we have sprayed pesticides about 5 times. If we use them excessively, children will be affected. We are helpless. We tell the farmers to bring down agricultural advisors and to obtain advice. They come and prescribe medication. However, it is unfortunate to note that none of these medications have worked.
කියන්න කනගාටුයි කිසිම බෙහෙතක් මේ කුඹුරකට ඔරොත්තු දෙන්නේ නැහැ.